Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. Thanks for tuning in. Today we've got something special, the all-new 2026 Ford Explorer. We're going to take a full look inside and out, from the front, side and back. We'll check out what it's like inside, how it performs, how much it costs, and at the end I'll give you my verdict. Let's get started. First thing you notice when the 2026 Explorer rolls up, it has presence. Up front there's a redesigned grille that's a bit more aggressive than before. The headlights are LED and cleanly integrated. Sharp design, modern styling. They've improved the lighting signature so that even at night the Explorer is more recognizable. You'll also see updated bumper styling, with bold accents, sometimes blacked out or in contrast depending on the trim. If you go for one of the off-road or rugged trims, more on those later. There are additional protective elements, skid plate options, and sometimes tow hooks that give it a tougher look up front. Moving to the side, proportions are familiar. Ford keeps the three-row midsize SUV shape, but there are tweaks. The wheels get upgraded styles, larger sizes and higher trims. Roof rails are standard or optional depending on how far up the range you go. The window line is clean, the belt line fairly high, giving it a solid, planted stance. Some trims offer more black trim or gloss black mirror caps, and the Tremor model adds rugged elements like all-terrain tires, unique wheels, maybe slide lift, and some visual cues like different badging. The paint options and color choices also help, with metallics, tri-coats, contrasting roof or mirror elements in some versions. At the back, you'll see a revised tailgate design, sleeker LED taillights, full width or connected lighting between left and right depending on trim, a spoiler integrated into the roofline. The bumper design is more refined, sometimes with exhaust tips that are integrated or stylized depending on the trim. Tailgate itself is wide and useful. Rear visibility is good for this Class A. View out isn't perfect, but the rear camera and sensors help a lot, especially when reversing or parking. Step inside is where the Explorer comes to life. Ford has clearly put effort into materials, comfort, and tech. Cabin is roomy, especially in the front and second row. Third row is usable, though like many midsize three-row SUVs it's a bit tighter for adult passengers, better for kids or shorter trips. You get options, cloth and base trims, leather or synthetic premium materials in higher trims, heating and ventilation in front seats. Some trims even offer massage functions. Dashboard has been updated. The infotainment system is a large touchscreen, 13.2-inch in many trims, with a digital instrument cluster, and the user interface uses Ford's digital experience system, with Google-based services, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, etc. Controls are more intuitive than older models. Climate control is tri-zone in many versions. Storage is good. There are clever cubby spaces, wireless chargers, a tray under the screen in some versions. Cargo space is generous. With all seats up you get a decent amount. Fold down second and third rows allow for much more storage when needed. Interiors also benefit from better sound insulation, quieter ride, less noise from wind and road, especially in the more premium trims. Performance under the hood gives you options. The standard engine is a 2.3-liter turbocharged inline-4, producing around 300 horsepower and about 310 pounds-to-feet torque. This engine is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive comes standard, with all-wheel drive available depending on trim. If you want more power, there's a twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6 that makes about 400 horsepower and 415 pounds-to-feet torque. That one is standard in the street version and optional in some of the high trims like Platinum or Tremor. With that V6 the Explorer becomes much more responsive, better for passing, merging, or towing heavier loads. Towing capacity is strong for its class, up to around 5,000 pounds in many configurations, depending on engine and drivetrain. Suspension tuning is improved. For daily comfort the ride is composed, well damped. For the Tremor or sporty trims the perks include off-road tuning or firmer suspension, depending on trade-offs. Fuel economy is decent for what this is. The 4-cylinder version gets city, highway numbers in the ballpark of 20 miles per gallon city and up to high 20s on highway. Combined estimates are around 24 miles per gallon for the RWD base 4-cylinder specs. The V6 is thirstier, lower combined MPG. On the tech and safety front, Ford loads this with features. Standard driver assist suite includes things like blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alerts, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, etc. Many trims have more advanced stuff such as 360-degree cameras, adaptive cruise control, Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, or at least a version of semi-autonomous assistance, upgraded audio systems, Bang & Olufsen in higher trims, ambient lighting, premium sound options. The infotainment cluster setup is modern and the connectivity is good. Build quality generally feels solid. Fit and finish improve as you go up the trim ladder. Now pricing. The base active trim starts near $40,000 in many markets. The US MSRP is about that for the base trim, and moves up depending on trim, drivetrain, and options. Higher trims like Street, Platinum, Tremor cost more, with the range-topping Street often pushing into the mid-$50,000s. Some versions with the powerful V6, AWD, premium packages can be closer to $56,000 or more. For base pricing, mid-range trims are probably in the lower $40,000s to low $50,000s. The value proposition improves if you pick a trim with the features you need rather than loading everything. What about downsides or trade-offs? Well, third row is less roomy than front, second row, so for long journeys with adults back there might be discomfort. Fuel economy on the V6 is noticeably worse. Some of the tech options cost extra, and certain desirable features are locked into higher trims. Off-road capability in non-Tremor trims is limited, depending on configuration, cost of ownership, fuel, maintenance, insurance, will be significant. So what's my final verdict? If you're shopping midsize 3-row SUVs and want something that combines family practicality with style, comfort, modern tech, and decent performance, the 2026 Explorer is a very strong contender. It's not perfect and no vehicle is but it strikes a good balance. If you don't need the power, the 4-sill version gives a lot of value. If you like performance and don't mind paying more, the V6/Street is exciting. The new Tremor adds some adventurability without going full off-road beast, which is great for occasional outdoor excursions. If I were buying, I'd probably go for the Street line or Tremor trim, maybe with the 4-sill or V6 depending on budget, because they offer many of the features for less than a full Street price. For those viewers in markets outside the US, factor in import duty, taxes, and servicing that can push prices a lot more. So always check local spec. That's it for today's review of the 2026 Ford Explorer. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment below. What trim you would pick, what feature you care about most, or if you want me to review a specific car next. Thanks for watching Car Auto Tune Up. See you in the next one. Peace out.